finally everything is delivered and I can build the new live show rack for Ignea. But first I will have to dismantle and get rid of the older build of the old rack, and I'm saying to get rid of because well, I'll show you why. To put it simply, I just got too unexcited with this. Every time, every show, every rehearsal in this year or the previous year is a fucking mess. And now I finally have everything in my hands, or at least almost everything in my hands, to build the new rack. Yes! The back is done. It's done! Now this is my new SKB Studio Flyer 4-unit rack case, which I will be using for everything. It has wheels and whatnot, but my favorite part of it is that it's especially ready for using with modern playback rigs that include a laptop. So it has a laptop place lined with felt, and you can actually even transport your laptop right in here, because the lid is covered and it's roto molded, so it's super sturdy. Yeah, and I believe my research said that this is the only model that supports this feature, the laptop place. So yeah, I love it. So besides this fat ass cool new rack and all this shite, I got out the old rack unit. I also have 2 boxes of goodies with me. This is my old box with all the cables and well, you know, everything you won't ever need, but you want to have it in any case. And this is my order from Thomann with lots of interesting stuff, like these the snake, and lots of small cables and rack accessories, and yeah, you know what I mean. Also, there's this little box that I really hate, which contains health monitors, monitoring systems, the microphone, the batteries in this random form, spare well, only the package, radio antennas because they don't fit my monitors, that holder, and a quick tape. Well, you know it all. The Pro Souls finally are back in Ukraine. They were absent for some reason. But yeah, the whole bunch of them are here, still untouched so far. And I plan to use these cavities for all the shit from this box, so I don't need to bring it along with me anywhere. Що ти одобряєш? Да.
Посмотри, что ребята себе заказали, быстрее на месте. А что ты вздыхаешь? Где ты был, когда все заказывали?
Я спрашивала про сырники и панкейки.
Когда магазин находился в подвале?
О, вот эти приколы. О,
Она не соленая, не знаю.
Что это она есть?
Ну да, штопингов прям очень щедро.
Я и встаю раньше без будильника. Ну, я дома не могу встать в 7 утра без будильника. Там я именно все, я готова идти.
Я не знаю, я туда приезжаю, вот, кстати, в сентябре еще, по-моему, мало было. Где же, с одной стороны, в Эстонии, с другой стороны, все были еще чуть более...
Мы уже не первый раз в сентябре.
Блин, мне
Там
показали
реально лучшее
этот
время, потому что
японский
нет
фильм
холода,
ужасов такой
уже
офигенный.
нет жары.
а он тебе как раз.
Все.
Инженеры не дают мне
Покоя.
потрогать там ничего.
Потрогать?
Знаешь,
Ну ты педрила.
так, давай выдави его наружу максимум, на максимум.
Стоп.
Я его сейчас вставлю. Вот надо засунуть, чтобы он заблокировался сам себя. Есть. Или нет? Нет. Вот так.
Стоп. Что-то я, по-моему, отпускай.
Что? Все вроде нормально?
Today is 29th of October and I'm still doing the rack thing, the rack project. It's been 4 months now. And now when I have almost everything I would need for this iteration, I have problems again. The thing is, I want to use this dongle inside the rack case with this power brick and use this long cable to throw it out of this hole to power the computer and to transfer all the MIDI data from my keyboard and all the data from the interface, which is also inside the rack, to computer. The problem is it doesn't work like this, but if you change the cables, just change them around, it works. Why? I have no idea. I've just changed the cables. The long one is near the power brick, the short one is near the computer, and guess what? it is charging. I mean, why? Anchor is a great company. I've used it for a long time. This dongle looks shitty, but it really works better than the Belkin. It's a whatever, no-name Chinese adapter. The cable is working great. I used it before with the like standard MacBook charger. This one is also kind of brand. I have no idea. I mean, this is how it should look like. That is the only cable that does everything with my computer. But the problem is, I could use this dongle here with power, but I don't think that this USB can reach here with my 15 centimeter cable, and that USB can also reach here with another 15 centimeter cable I have. So the other way is to use this super long USB cable, but that just makes no sense to have all these extra wires inside, right? Okay, good news. It turns out I wasn't right and my cables are just about enough to do the job, albeit the dongle cable is, well, not comfortable for me. I will have to keep it there with something, maybe a paper clip or something, but it seems like it works. The next question is how to fit this power brick down there somewhere, because this is the power strip, it has outlets inside. And this one, this patch panel, has all these things sticking out of it, which also are on the way of any devices you are trying to connect to the power outlets. So, well, yeah. I think I did it. So I just fit it in there. I had to unscrew the power strip completely from the rack. So yeah, always disconnect your power while doing that. And the last thing left is to make sure that this end of the USB-C cable doesn't just sink inside when I disconnect it from the computer. And I think I know just the way to fix it there. What many owners of this case don't realize, and what I particularly love about it, is that you can just unscrew 3 normal Phillips size screws and do this. So yeah, you can dig inside with your large hands and be comfortable. Seems like everything is working now again. That is the only cable I only now need to connect to my computer on stage or on rehearsals. There's the power. This is the MIDI cable, or rather USB cable, that goes to my keyboard so far. And well, I ended up using the other dongle I have that is used at home, but well, that one was kind of tricky because it works perfectly outside the case but doesn't work inside of it. I don't know, something about Chinese feng shui for it. So that's the other dongle, that's the only cable that goes to power. It powers the whole rack and the computer, and that is the USB that goes to my keyboard, and those are the outputs, and that's it. No other messing with wires so far. Oh yeah, and that one goes to the drummer's headphones, so he can hear clicks and backing tracks and whatnot. I think it's done for today. I only need to screw back on the power strip and the blanking plate I have, so that it all looks neat. Можешь попробовать. Buongiorno. We're rehearsing for the first time in 2.5 months, I believe, and now I'm using this rack like properly. So it has everything inside. As you have seen, this thing powers the computer and transmits all the data towards the interface which is within the rack, and outside it gets it outside from my MIDI keyboard. And here I have the patch panel. It's already ready for internal guitars and bass processing, and it has outputs for it and whatnot, and his extra outputs. So that's my keyboards, that's the monitoring line for that guy who's extremely busy now, power and whatnot. And well, it's working. Essentially what I have is I just need to get this rack in its entirety on the stage. I just plop in the computer and just tune on the keyboards, and I'm ready to go. So let's see how it works out, but so far so good. Yeah. Some nice music on the background from another room. Yay. See you in the next video, I suppose.